Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Shear with Lebanon Now, and it is time for Foodie Friday with Joey from Tater Hogs. How are we doing, my friend?
I am doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you for joining us. This is our second in the food truck series. One of the biggest requests we got was go out and talk about some of our food trucks and see our food trucks.
Right.
And so I put a thing out and invited you, and you guys all hopped on. So for the next few weeks, we have food trucks. So tell me a little bit about you and Tater Hogs.
Okay. So I've always really, if you look at me, I've had a passion for food. So I love smoking meat. I love being around the grills and stuff. And, one day my wife said, I'd like for you to fix this for me on the smoker, fix this for me on the smoker. And she said, put it together and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we did. So she said, I really think this is really, really good, Joey. So we need to find what we can do with this. So that's how our food truck started, was just off of our tater hog.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things. I've had that before. We're going to try some of your other stuff, but I have absolutely had that before. So and that's kind of where it started, was just you threw everything that you had on a potato.
Pretty much. Yes. Absolutely.
Is there anything that you tried on the tater hog? You're like, nah, that doesn't go, and we're going to.
So we actually had created what we call the Mac Daddy Tater.
Okay.
It actually has smoked mac and cheese and stuff on it as well. That really hasn't gone anywhere, but that is my daughter's favorite dish is that one. But we do what we call a hefty heifer version of it as well. So you got the tater hog with pork, then you got the hefty heifer with brisket.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's your personal favorite?
If I had it, I would say probably the hefty heifer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So go over the basic. There's nothing basic about this. I shouldn't use
Right.
that word. But go over what all is in that.
Okay, so we start with a smoked baked potato, and when we get our smoked baked potatoes, we make sure they are the giant potatoes, right? Mm-hmm. So they're just not the small potatoes. Then we put some seasoning on the potato itself, butter. Then we go to cheese, pulled pork, sour cream, onion tanglers, chives, or green onions, jalapenos, barbecue sauce. So pretty much everything, but for us, the kitchen sink.
That's fair. And how many tater hogs do you think you make a year?
I don't know. I'd say a lot. a lot. I probably sell more tater hogs than I sell anything else.
That's kind of what you're known for.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
And one of the things I remember, we were out at Heartland Antique Mall. The first time I noticed you guys at Heartland Antique Mall, and I seen somebody carrying like this giant plate of food. Now, much like you, I have this love of food, and a lot of times you get this little bag of McDonald's, and it's just not heavy. You can tell by the weight.
Right. Yes.
You're like, I'm going to be hungry after this. Right? Yeah. You pick up the clamshell of the tater hog, and you're like, this is a couple meals. This is at least.
It will probably feed more than one person for sure.
Have you ever thought of doing an eating challenge of how many somebody can do?
I did not, but you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea, really.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube of Beard Meets Food and eating contests.
Yep.
And we had that lady that came down here and ate 125 hard-boiled eggs at Cat Tree, right? So this to me is right up the alley of food challenge.
Yes. No, I would agree. Yeah. So that might be in the works in the future.
Fair enough. Hey, no doubt. If we can get somebody to do that, we might even broadcast that.
No, absolutely.
Just so you know, if you sign a waiver, I'm not going to be responsible for it. So tell us a little bit about the expansion from there. That you're working a job.
Yep.
You do a tater hog.
Yep.
And you're like, hey, I might have something here.
That's right.
So what comes next? What's your movement on getting your own food truck?
Well, we had actually started under tents. We had some friends of ours that wanted us to come in and set up and stuff like that for them, and so we did. It just really blew up from the beginning, and we just didn't realize how well it was going to go for us.
Yeah.
I've actually started it probably just about a little over a year ago, and we went from a tent straight into a trailer. And everything's just been great from there on. I mean, it's just been progressing all the way. So we started out with our tater hog, and then we try to figure out, what we can do. My wife, she is gluten and dairy free. Mm-hmm. She has allergies. So we have those options on our trailer as well. So I could make this tater hog completely gluten and dairy free minus the sour cream.
Yeah.
So we carry that stuff on our food truck as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, because we do a lot of talking about allergies and,
Yes.
and stuff on this show.
Right.
My wife is gluten free as well, so we
Right.
always like to know. And so I love it when people are honest and go, "Oh no, don't eat here."
Yes.
Right? I forget where it was. We were talking to somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, you just don't eat here. Like
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
not an option for you." But the places that do take care of that. So let's start with I'm going to go simple to more complex here.
Okay.
So let's talk about these right here.
Okay, so that is our smoked chicken legs.
Okay.
So we want to make for sure that we can accommodate a lot of different folks, right? So we have several people that actually have alpha gal.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I smoke those on different grates than I would ever my pork or my beef.
Yeah.
So that way nothing else touches it except for those chicken legs.
Okay.
So yes, sir.
So you're just taking extra steps to make sure.
That is correct.
And with have you seen quite a bit of increase of alpha gal?
I have.
We tend to hear about that.
Absolutely. We recently met some really nice folks, Aaron and Melissa. They come up just from Bennett Springs just to eat that because they know that they can go ahead and eat it and not have any worries about her getting sick or him getting sick as well. So they are actually both alpha gal. And it just gives them options of what they can do instead of having to eat at home, or if they go out somewhere to try and figure out, man, was this cooked with this, or
right.
Was the pork cooked on top of the chicken? Everything is done in reverse for me.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about the seasoning. How long do you smoke? These are so tender and good. Like they are, like no kidding. They are just, and I know this kind of gross, but the bite mark, if you can see where that smoke ring's at, and it just goes all the way in that chicken. So how long are they in the smoker for?
I usually have them in the smoker for about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay.
Yep.
And is there any pre-boil and pre-cook?
Nope.
Just raw, throw them in there, rub
Yep,
them?
absolutely.
Hour and a half.
Yep. So I just make for sure that the seasoning that I use is gluten-free seasoning.
Absolutely. And always, the skin is always the best.
It is too.
It has all the flavor, right?
Yep.
And this isn't just strictly for alpha gal people, but it is
right. It is something. Yeah, it gives them options. That's right.
And I'm guessing these are pretty popular.
Yes.
So the next thing, which looks like 2 ingredients.
Yes.
3 if you count the barbecue sauce. And let's talk about the barbecue sauce. Is it all Preacher Brothers?
Yeah, Preacher Boys
okay.
is the only is the only barbecue sauce that I use. It is locally owned here in town by Kelly and Tommy Files. That is one sauce that I just can't get out of my mind on how great it is.
You know, I've had it multiple times. And it is excellent.
Yes.
Let me do this. So if anybody is wanting Preacher Boys, and I would love to invite them to come on the show and talk about the barbecue sauce as well. So tell me a little bit about this dish.
Okay, so that is what we call our smokehouse duo.
Okay.
Okay, so a smoked sausage on top of smoked mac and cheese, drizzled in the Preacher Boys barbecue sauce. Mm-hmm. So my son actually created that dish for me. Okay. We were actually set up at an event down in Bennett Springs, and he said, Dad, I want to fix me something to eat. And I said, go ahead. And he came out with that, and I was like, what the world is that? And he said, I don't know, but he said, man, it's good. So I've tried it, and I thought it was just as good as well. And that is honestly, that's probably my favorite. If I had to just pinpoint one thing, it's the Smokehouse Duo.
So talk to me about the mac and cheese.
Oh, the mac and cheese is phenomenal. I love it. So everything we cook is done on our smoker. Mm-hmm. There's nothing cooked inside of our food truck. Everything is done on our smokers. Completely.
This mac and cheese is absolutely next level.
Yes.
Because when I don't know if we're just the generation that mac and cheese became a delicacy.
Right.
But it's hard to find a good mac and cheese.
Right. Yes.
They use the pre-pack, which is fine. That's not bad. That's why it's popular.
Right.
But no, that you've seen me push the sausage out of the way. I'm like, I want to try that mac and cheese.
So yes, so the mac and cheese is made from scratch. There's nothing, about it prepackaged or whatever. It's made from scratch, done on our smokers. Those usually takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours as well. But I think it really turns out really nice and really creamy.
Oh, absolutely. If you're watching out there, let us know what your favorite thing at Tater Hogs is, because as we get live viewers and this cycles through the weekend, people will chime in. So let us know what your favorite thing is in the comments. And tell us a little bit about the sausage. The sausage is good.
Yep. I only use beef smoked sausage, and that's it. That kind of gives people a different option. Instead of having pork sausage, I just do the beef sausage on it, and I smoke it on my smoker as well. So for that, it doesn't take near as long, but man, it sure has that good smoke flavor to it.
Oh yeah, it is amazing. All right, so we're gonna go with what I would like to call the Old Faithful. It's chicken strips for a barbecue joint. It is definitely the thing that most people get. It is just going to be your standard pulled pork sandwich.
Yes.
With some beans and the smoked mac and cheese, I'm guessing.
Right. Yes.
So let's start with the beans. Tell me a little bit about the beans.
Oh, so the beans is a recipe that my wife had created a long time ago, and they are absolutely fantastic. But she doesn't give out any recipes for it whatsoever.
I would never ask for.
Yep. But she honestly probably makes the best baked beans that you can possibly imagine.
Oh my gosh.
They are, yes.
No, because a lot of times what you get with barbecue baked beans is they're salt bombs or they're
right.
or they're just not. These are balanced.
Yes.
Right. I don't know that I would ever use that with baked beans, but no, they're just balanced. They're not
right.
overwhelming. And oh yeah, you could just constantly eat on these.
So I try to mimic what my wife does. Yeah. So I actually made those, and this go around.
Yeah.
And she even thought that they were actually spot on for this. So.
Oh, definitely a great compliment for what you're doing. Well, one of the things I've had and got the pleasure of is I got to travel a lot, try different barbecue places.
Right.
Germantown, Tennessee, Memphis, Kansas City, Texas, whatever. And these beans are top of the list, man. They're right in there. So kudos to you and your wife. So tell me a little bit about the pulled pork.
Okay, so the pulled pork, I slow cook it, and I got a pellet smoker from Lone Star Grills that my son-in-law, my daughter actually bought us for our food truck. But I slow cook it for probably about 12 hours.
Okay.
So that way it makes for sure that everything gets rendered into it and it's really nice and tender.
And do you use dry rub, wet rub?
No, dry rub. Dry rub only.
Dry rub?
Yep.
No anything. Just your own proprietary dry rub.
That's it.
Throw it on there.
That's it. I don't use mustard base. I don't use anything. I just only use the dry rub, and that's it.
That is so good. You can tell, like the longer it's smoked, it kind of takes that turn.
Yes, sir.
And I would love like when you cut in and see that smoke ring. I'm betting that's pretty deep. Like,
it is.
That is.
Yeah.
Now, do you use what was I going to say? Oh, different types of wood, charcoal. Like, do you have a system of what you're smoking the meat with?
So I use a pellet smoker. So I don't use charcoal or I don't use wood. So everything is just strictly pellet. Okay. And I know there is, in the past, if you use a pellet smoker, they say that's not really smoking. I disagree. That's just, for me, it just does a better job, I could say, for myself. But I do use different types of wood, and I use a competition blend, which has, apple and hickory and pecan and all that flavor inside of it, or you can just use a pecan flavor pellet, or you can use a hickory or a cherry, just depending on what kind of wood or flavor you want to get out of your meat.
No, absolutely. So let's do the big granddaddy then, your namesake.
Yeah.
Let's do the tater hog. Don't herniate yourself handing that to me. I'm going to guess, have you ever weighed one of these?
I have not, but if I was a betting man, I'd say you're looking at least about 2 pounds of food.
Hey, can you run back and get the scale out of the back room?
We're going to find out.
Seriously.
We're going to find out.
I'm sending the producer off to get one of these, because if you've never had one of these, it is heavy. And
yes.
I ate a full one time.
Right.
I don't think I would do that again unless I was.
Yeah, I don't know that I could do that.
Right.
And we have a food scale.
And look, we have a food scale, so I'm not going to give away any industry secret if we figure out how much this is, right? So I want your guesses in the comments, right? We're going to reveal it here in a minute, exactly how much food this tater hog is, and we're going to put that under so you guys can take a look at it. But it's right about where I thought it would be. Let me move that over. Ooh, other way. There we go. So we're getting ready to try this. Where are you guys going to be? What's the next few weeks look like for you?
Okay, so tomorrow we'll actually be down at Spring Hollow out on MM Highway for their Christmas on the Farm.
Yeah.
So we'll be there tomorrow. I usually set up at the farmers market on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Usually set up on Richland, or not Richland, but to Conway on Thursdays. I do go down to the County Line Market, set up there, the hospital here in town. So I put out a schedule every week on where we're going to be.
Okay. And where do you find that schedule at?
You can find it on our Tater Hogs Facebook page.
Okay. Are you guys on any other social media website, or is that just your main format?
That is our main format. Yep.
No, absolutely. And we will share out all the links. We will share out all the links. So let me show you this bite. I tried to get a little bit of everything in there. So as you can see, there's the potato, there's the cheese, there's sour cream, there's tanglers, there's chives. There's a jalapeno hiding in there, I promise. So I tried to get everything. So we're going to see how big Ryan's mouth is. You can also put whatever jokes you want in the comments. And then we're going to go to some comments. I see there's quite a few. So
yeah, no, it's really, really good. Yes, sir. So we actually...
it's like my favorite thing ever. Yeah. Because the blend of everything, it's the most comfort food, different, with the onion tanglers and the jalapenos.
Right.
And the cheese, you got the creamy dairy.
Yes.
All right. With the starchy potato, you got the hot jalapeno, the crispy onion.
Everything's just well balanced.
Oh, it is. It is amazing. Let's go look at comments. Because Savannah, you were 0.1 pound off. It was 2.2 pounds is what it was. So good luck, or good on you. Let's go to Christy Hughes. Love Joey. His food is the best. I see Kayla Miller is checking in as well. Yes, we love Tater Hogs. Well, we also love Cavell. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Owner of Cavell checking in. Let's see. Let's answer this. Haven't had it, but would love to try. Pleasure. Do you have nachos?
Absolutely. So we do actually have pulled pork nachos as on our food truck as well.
Okay. So pulled pork nachos are one of my favorite things ever, because regular nachos are okay, but man, pulled pork barbecue nachos, that's where it's at. Several people are commenting that mac and cheese is great. That mac and cheese is great and amazing. So we're getting a tater eating contest. Look, somebody's down.
I know. Yeah.
I think we should do
that's
that.
Right. Yep.
I would set two people at the desk and give some sort of prize for every.
Okay. All right.
Whatever.
I think
it's good for promotion to both.
It is.
Right. All right. So Tater Hog eating contest coming up. Joey, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. The food truck industry, man, is really great. I love all the food trucks that we have here in town. When we set up together, I don't eat off my trailer. I always eat off somebody else's trailer.
Yep. I always ask, like, do you trade food? And everybody's always like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, Mike and his wife are the Thai house. You have, Pete with his shrimp boils. Mm-hmm. And there's just so many Kai comfort foods. Everybody that we've met and got along right now or set up with has always been fantastic. I usually set up with Crafted and Faith. She has a coffee food truck as well, so we kind of coincide with each other. You know, so we set up a lot together. But Sparrow's Cart, man, that's great food too.
There next week.
Right? Yes, they are. So I appreciate those guys and being out there with us. And a lot of people think that that we're doing that we're in competition with each other. It's not about that.
No,
it's about us. All really just surviving to do what we love to do, and that's cook food and serve the people.
And as a person that gets to every day do what they love to do, that's important. And
absolutely.
You can do that with other people.
And you can.
That's even better. So everybody, thank you for tuning in to Foodie Friday. Next week is Sparrow's Cart, just like we said. They will be joining us. We've been having a great time talking, and them, go check out our app, Lebanon Now app in either Play Store, any of the Play Stores. Keep up to date on the news, things going on in town. Of course, follow us on every social media that there is because we're trying to get out there. We appreciate you guys, the viewer, making this possible. And I hope all of you have a good weekend. And you'll see us release stuff over the weekend, but we'll see you again on Monday.